78% of suicide rates worldwide are men. What can we do to help them? Instead of yelling at men about being toxic, inform and counsel them of their toxicity, in which can and often is mental illness rooted from childhood rearing. Parents push men to be more mask and to take up mask things, when a lot of these men could be wonderful parents/artists/therapists, etc. TBH, there's a lot of women that claim to be feminist but just hate on men, and we should put them in their place. Recognize their sacrifices and stop the presumptions that they're always the bad guy. Make guys' night legal again. End the alienation from their labor. Hug me. Edit, us I mean. Hug us. Stop the whole be a man shit, which discourages men from expressing their emotional needs. Listen to them when they want to talk and don't make fun of them for expressing themselves. Stop the toxicity, and be proactive in acknowledging their feelings. If you notice a behavioral change, say something. Advocate for others as a fellow human being. Let us show our emotions without bringing up how it affects our manhood, and don't degrade us for crying. Just honestly be there for people and ask them how they are. Let us cry. Divorce laws need to change. Guarantee almost all of the 78% were either in the middle of being wiped out of everything they worked, or they are already homeless because of it. Child custody laws need to be changed also. This would also reduce domestic abuse. I've not always wanted to be alive. A little over 10 years ago, I could have been a member of this 78%, and I'm happy that I didn't finish what I started that day. I felt lost and hurt and alone. I missed my family, felt like I had zero support from people at church, from work, from my friends group up there. We need to remember that life is precious. People aren't supposed to be put down verbally to the point they don't want to live, and are willing to end it all by themselves. I think we all just need to chill a little bit. Take things a bit slower, really listen to people. I know my opinion is very extreme, but bear with me. Why not just make lethal injections an option for certain cases? Most of those who attempt suicide die horrible deaths. Don't they deserve to go in peace? I remember reading about this woman who had a very rare disease that's killing her inside, and slowly outside. Her whole face is painfully swollen, eyes popping out, pus and discharges coming out of her everywhere, and still not being able to die. She attempted suicide multiple times but always fails. Really heartbreaking. Girls who truly love and care about them is all men need. Case by case things will be different, but you would want to address the issue, especially if many people are committing suicide from similar or the same issues. Meeting and having just someone, even a stranger, to talk to is game-changing. In my case, socially I almost open up better to strangers. There's so much we could do to help support people going through crisis. The question is, why haven't we done as much possible to solve real issues like this, and instead we funnel money into fighting other countries' wars for oil and money? Remove the stigma of talking about it. Give me a damn hug. End child support and require hard evidence for sexual harassment claims to be taken seriously. Let men have hugs. Hugs do wonders for self-esteem and just happiness altogether. Maybe if people stopped making up stupid shit and turning the term straight white male into a negative thing. From a sociological and psychological perspective, we as a society and culture have normalized toxic masculinity, creating the ideology that men and boys have to be a certain way, have certain prescribed masculine characteristics and behaviors, and if one does not fit into the idealized description of what a real man is, then individuals are shamed, ridiculed, abused, harassed, chastised, etc. We as a society need to change this ideology of what defines a real man and begin accepting a real man is whoever he wants to be. We need to accept that men have emotions and are human too. We need to stop creating unrealistic ideologies. We need to stop normalizing toxic behaviors and allowing boys will be boys to be an excuse for those toxic behaviors and views. We need to start teaching everyone in this world it's okay for men to be who they truly are, accept that emotions are normal and that it's important to be able to express them rather than bury them for the sake of society's expectations. Stop marginalizing us and pretending that you're into equality when you really mean that you're into yourself. Better medication, easy answer without an easy solution. A lot of mental health medication works with pretty intolerable side effects. Personally, Luvox has been a godsend for my anxiety, but worsens my depression. I would rather deal with my troughs of depression rather than constant racing thoughts and anxiety. Hi. I'm here if anyone wants to talk. I know fuck all, but I can listen. Yet another thing, men are better at tongue. Just know you can get through it. I've tried to kill myself 3 times before due to bullying, and it's not easy to get through it. But you need to know that not everything is going to be fine, but no matter how hard it is, you can still make it through. Okay, so I don't want to sound rude or anything, and don't get me wrong, women do still have it really bad in a lot of places around the world, but I think that constantly bombarding us with messages about domestic violence ignoring the male victims is not good. Neither is telling us that our feelings aren't valid, and that as bad as we may have it, women always have it worse, and we shouldn't talk about our problems because they have it so much worse. This is gonna make me super unpopular, but take away their guns. 60% of men commit suicide via firearm as opposed to 30% of women. There are 2 female suicide attempts for 1 male. Women try more, but men tend to be more successful because they tend to use firearms. So, take away firearms from at-risk men. After you take away their escape tactic, at least some of them will consider treatment. So basically, before you can help them, you gotta keep them alive first. Give them hugs when they look down and tell them everything will be alright. Make it normal for guys to compliment each other. Stop the expectations for men to be successful at every little thing. Failing or not being good at something does not make them any less of a man. Acknowledge that they have feelings too and do not want to live like automata that simply work, drink beer, take a shit, sleep, repeat. Be aware that men are also human, and therefore accept that they have emotions, and also the ability to cry and express themselves without feeling any shame. Also take the pressure off of men, to be the ones to take care of the household, the bills, everything. They also get stressed as well. Accept it when men tell you that they have been harassed instead of laughing it off and not acknowledging their pain. Men are also molested, raped and assaulted. It is not just a female thing. Our society can be so biased, in so many ways. Remove the fucking stigma. I've had 2 bouts of depression in my life, at ages 10 to 11 and then at age 15. I'm only 16. The first bout of depression was severe and I'm almost not here right now because of it. I never told anyone because I thought I'd get sent to an institution and miss out on summer vacation. I hated school so much and all I wanted was summer. The second bout was less severe but featured my self-esteem tanking and lots of self-harm. It's not just girls, believe me, many guys, especially introverts like me, deal with girl mental health problems. A little recognition would be nice. Men are so starved for compliments and appreciation that when it happens we about burst into tears. As a man who is struggling with depression and occasional suicidal thoughts, I don't feel appreciated in hardly anything I do. All I'm asking for is a simple good job or well done. Shut up. Men's kryptonite is feeling weak. It's un-PC to say that, but they kill themselves when they feel emasculated and as if they can't fight their corner with other men or have enough to provide, i.e. aren't rich. Give them other men who they respect and can talk to. This has to come from the top down. It has to come from other men who are respected. I can't help them because I accidentally emasculate them because I'm a woman. They really need the powerful men to tell them they can still be strong and this is a blip they can overcome. But I worry some modern strong men are where they are out of a fear of being weak, bravado and narcissism masquerading as strong, so they aren't genuine leaders. They see a person that thinks of themselves as weak, and they step on them to make themselves feel taller. A genuine leader feels strong without stepping on people. My worry is that only an extreme situation will fix all of this. Once an emergency happens, the narcissists will step down in fear, the genuine people will step up, and they will provide something for those who've lost hope to rally behind. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Or I'm just drunk. With